I'll switch over so I can see us too. All right, we're getting over there.
And no,
Here we are.
meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, got to lower. All right, we're here, Renee. We made it to the live, so we're gonna have to I have to lower the volume on my computer. And you guys can let us know if you are hearing us loud and clear or not. Let's see. Let me get in the comments. I think I'm going to do the comments from the phone. It looks like it's going to
Yeah,
be
I'm
that.
I'm looking at the phone myself.
Cool.
Bum, bum,
Oh,
bum.
yay! Rebecca, welcome.
Yay! Thank you, Rebecca.
You guys rock. Okay. So so here's what we're going to do today. We're going to welcome all of our new community members. And then we're going to do the Schumann quickly. And then Renee and I, as promised, we're going to hit you guys with some Q&A. And I guess I'm going to jump in because we are going to post this, by the way. So if you missed the live, do not worry. We got you. We got you. So here's the drill. We welcome all new members. So we've got East Sussex in the UK. Welcome Quartz Hill, California. Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Rocks Beach, Florida. Wow, amazing. Welcome. Hocking Hills, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. Ohio is lighting it up. Right on. Welcome. Clovis, California. Oh, I love it. That's where our yummy raisins are from. Welcome. Oahu, beautiful Hawaii. Welcome. Oahu, you guys are having a lot of Gaia energy. So thank you for being here with us. Fort Lauderdale,
Oh,
Florida. Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Welcome. Manilius, New York. What else? Friendswood, Texas. What a great name. And then we're welcoming our 35th nation to join the Love Train. Welcome from Maya, Serbia. Wow. So you guys are amazing. I have to say that when I go in the comments and I see you guys supporting and loving each other and helping us, we're really helping each other recognize that we're not going batshit crazy. We're all having these wild experiences, and Renee and myself included. And I'm so excited for you guys because Renee, there's quite a few that had that similar, like, what do we call it, Ascension flu that you just went through. And it was wild. And so, there can be that moments where you think you're alone and going, what the heck's happening to me? And then you come in here on the love train and you go, oh my gosh, this is a global thing going on. And it's headed towards really, really good stuff coming. So now you know the drill. I'm going to get my melon out of the way I'm doing fancy. I'm doing a shift. Oh, there we go. There's the shift. So, um, I included this is one time period over a 21-hour period. So we know that you'll recognize from yesterday where we talked about the heart chakra. And I labeled this, we love our Canva. And this guy is what's getting worked on as we speak. And boy, I'm seeing this already. I'm seeing it in clients. It's amazing how when we talk about something here, it's literally happening real time now, right, Renee?
yes, absolutely.
So the heart chakra, this is a big one, right? And we talked about how heartwarming, what things warm your heart. And so a couple of things were happening with the heart chakra, a healing and an expansion. Because so the heart has its own consciousness. So it's expanding into a higher level, which means we ascend from the lack, limitation, hurt, all those rotten things that we don't want to feel anymore. So that was important. And what's interesting though is this is an unusual pattern. I don't see this that often in the Schumann. And what this is you can see there's still light. It's a lower frequency. So this heart one was like, hey, we're waking up the heart right now, right? This was like the pads, the the shock pads. And then here with this one, we're getting a little kinder, gentler, lower frequency, but see, all this green that surrounds it, that's integration energy. So remember, we've got a lot of things going on at the same time here. So we're getting a gentle push of releasing and still some light though supporting because it still needs to push. Some of us need to get the beach ball out from underneath us. Yes, I'm going to keep talking about the beach ball. So now I rehearsed this earlier for you guys. Let's see if we can make a smooth transition. And we're going to go to the chakra chart. And then we're going to talk about the R word relationships. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can do this seamlessly here and get the boom. Here we go. There's the chakra chart. Okay, here we go. Now I do need to move the melon again. Oh, here we go. So the the focus today is this red line. This is the sacral. Now you can see all chakras are getting clearing, and you can tell that by the graph, right? Because it comes all the way down. But my guidance was this is, and it's so funny how right now, like when we get information, and man, the surrounding evidence just pours in right on top of it. And I'm sure a lot of you in the community may be experiencing this now. So when we talk about relationships, it was very clear to me that this isn't just you and your boo. It's not just you and your boo. How are you showing up for yourself? What's your so it's all relationships. Ooh, I just got full body chills. Like now, um, the so remember the stitching pattern. So how this is going to affect, by the way, you can feel this in your solar plexus too, because that's our power center. And this is going to come into play because we're talking about how we give away if we're giving away our power. And then it's also affecting the sacral chakra. So our relationships play in these two different energy spaces quite often. Now, so I was given 3 questions to ask. And these questions are meant to help you create an awareness around it. Is this you? Is this you? This is with love and compassion. Very important not to feel judged or like, you don't understand. And believe me, I've been through this process for a long time. So it's with loving compassion. Here's the 3 questions we gave. And then we love to hear from you guys and see, is this you? Hey, we're here to give you guys love and support. And because we're okay, first question, is there anyone that you're controlling or trying to control the relationship under the auspices of love? Number 2, do you have a story about feeling powerless due to love? And number 3, do you give your power away in order to receive love? Now, so here's the good news. Don't get into self-judgment and blame and why am I doing this? Or I know I'm doing this and I want to let go of it. Because, right, remember what we give our attention to, attention is our currency. So, and authenticity is our currency. So we're being asked to be real with ourselves and honest. So be loving, because guess what the answer to all of these are? The inner child is the one that is the slowest to integrate into these higher energies, right? So and I'm going to give an example of how as a child we tried to get love. So if love's essentially some kind of an emotional trigger for you, one of the examples that I was shown is the look at my owie. And so when you were sick, you got to stay home from school and you got all that love and attention. And because as a child, the child wants love and peace. If a child sees parents fighting, right? What do? I'm going to be really good because I'm going to bring the love. It's going to draw the love in, right? And that formed a whole collective consciousness in our environment that's now crumbled. That's not because we don't do anything. We are love. And then the next step, and I know Renee's already getting, it's so cool. I can feel when so Renee's going to jump in here in a second. Um, so what I was given, how I healed this when I heard in my personal situation was my inner child literally said to me, "Oh, I see it now. Mom and dad were wounded children trying to raise children." And that gave me a flood of forgiveness when you go, oh, wow, anybody can have sympathy and compassion for a wounded child. And then my higher perspective now is, and I don't mean higher as in better, I mean as in I've been allowed to see this now. I was ready to see this, is that the soul view. The beautiful soul in me sees the beautiful soul in you no matter where you're at on your journey. And I already know Renae is ready. What do you got?
So here's what the healers were saying. First of all, we are we're all one, as you all know, right? We're all one, and we have to start to see ourselves in that person and everyone and everything. And I'm going to use a really crazy example because I do not like spiders at all. And every single day I have been seeing a spider and very lovingly and very gently killing it. And I always say, thank you so much for giving me the message, because I look in my little book, my little story, like, what message are you giving me? And I do look it up, but I do kill it. And I say, anything that comes into my house, know that I'm going to kill you, because I do not like spiders and they freak me out. Well, the last 3 days, especially, I keep getting the message, but they are a part of you. Stop killing that piece. Let that piece live. See yourself in that, well, what they say, in that being. Oh my God, that being is a spider. So it's the whole aspect. So what they're saying is, when you're always, they're saying everybody in the world is in a place of love. Okay, you can see them as something else. Oh my God, they're this, they're that, they're whatever. But they're saying recognize that as, okay, that's not the same plateau of love I'm on. They're over here, I'm over here. And it's okay. They're saying when you start to say to yourself, or just think, or just breathe it into what they're saying is breathe it into existence of, I don't agree with this person, but I can send them love. And if you don't like the word love, I don't agree with this person, but I send them all that is needed, or all that they need. Or because what they're saying, what is always happening is, if you're looking at something, you're trying to control them from the aspect of, come on, I'm here, like I've woken up. Why aren't you waking up? Why aren't you doing this? They're saying that's not that person's journey. That person needs to take a different journey to their awareness, and it's okay. And they're saying in that journey, they wake up to their ability. We don't see it that way. We see it the way we perceive ourselves. So they're saying, start to now peel the layers off of your eyes. And they're saying, with that energy, just bring that whole field of existence, like, right here from your eyes, and just like peel it. And if you can feel that, they're literally bringing this like layer, like from right here, and they're like, bringing it out. So they're saying, let that open up the eyes and the entire consciousness into the relationship that you have with yourself of pure love, because that's the first one. They're saying, remember, you're a piece and a part of source that separated out to come down as spirit, who then separated out to experience the human form. And we're supposed to be having this wonderful, great experience. So they're saying, oh, enjoy it, people. I'm like, yeah. So they're saying, stop thinking of yourself as wounded. Stop thinking that somebody else isn't where you're at, or they're not awake. Allow yourself to be the human that you are in love. Because they're saying we're always like trying to get out of the human aspect. They're saying, love the human part, because it's great. Like, right, we're all experiencing these things, and it's wonderful stuff to experience, says them. That's what I got.
We're always like, we hate it when they're right. Well, well, and I can add to this, Renee, as you were saying it too. And so because this comes up a lot. Okay, so I'm totally pissed off at my partner right now, and blah blah. So here's the guidance. There's a gift in that relationship. Remember why you love them, and just focus on that piece and take it. Remember, what we give our attention to now is amplifying. So if you're amplifying on frustration, number one, you're entangling in their energy. You're now jumping into their journey and not allowing them to have it. And instead, you can just go, oh, wow, great, cool. They're on their journey. So be curious about it, and it's true, and give them the love and support. And when you, and again, if you have to go, oh my gosh, they're still in that, they're figuring out, they're helping out their inner child to grow and expand right now. So I'm going to have just all they need right now is my love. And if you don't feel compelled to directly verbally say it, you don't have to. You can intend. We are so powerful. Like Renee just, we direct energy and just say, bring love and light through me into them, or golden, bring, oh gosh, just shower them with golden light right now. And just that intention lands on them. And you can just listen. I always say, don't pick up the tug of war rope. If the, particularly, right, the people closest to you will throw a tug of war rope, especially when you're changing, because it's like, wait a minute, I like our battles. Like the battle becomes a habit in itself, right? And so recognize and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm not picking up. I'm not going to pick up the tug of war rope. But anyway, so we wanted to, well, we were strongly guided with very direct, uncomfortable questions. We totally get, and we
Hmm.
understand, hey, okay, but I'm experiencing this in real life, and wait, it's in, go within, go within. And like Renee just did when you did that with your hands, I felt it. I felt the expansiveness. And just remember that we're here to grow and there's a gift. That relationship is there for a gift. And maybe the time, maybe you both of your souls experienced that you chose to experience. And the key is being true to yourself and just don't stop that love. Stay in that state of love because that is what the 5D energy is. And when we do that, we literally ascend out of that trauma. You ascend out of it and you will inspire them. You do inspire them in their own time. Another misperception that I see too, because this was me, is, oh no, is it going to take them longer? And the truth is that when I was doing this healing work on myself, I was doing it in the muddy energy. There was not this amazing light supporting it. And we were still had that lack and limitation foundation there, which was bringing up fear and doubt and all of those things. And now the further forward we get with consciousness, people who are clearing at incredible speed. Incredible speed. So all I'll tell you is there where we were jumping over this massive canyon, they're like literally taking a tiptoe. Boop. So don't be surprised. It's almost like a spontaneous awakening that happens now. And that can be, I know there's a few that came in here that just said, woo, okay, that's mean. What the heck is going on? So we want to hear from you guys and let us know if there's stuff you're dealing with. I am going to bring up one that I know someone emailed me about. And Renee, this you can just share your recent experience about with when you had the Ascension fluish thing going on. Can you share what you were and then share what you experienced as part of the healing? Because that's a yummy story.
Yeah, that was really like a crazy thing because when I first got sick, I was like, what is this? Because I was throwing up and my head was spinning and just all this, my eyes were all wacky. And I was like, what is this? And I heard you're clearing your childhood. And not just for you, you're clearing it for the consciousness. Because now remember, we're not just clearing for ourselves, we're clearing for the consciousness. And sometimes the healers will say you're clearing for all the ancestors. It doesn't mean our ancestors, it's our ancestors as like, okay, we're a piece and a part of everyone and everything. So I said, oh, okay, well, that's good. Because, as a child, like once I came to live with my real mother, like I remembered always being sick. It was always digestion stuff and all of that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's all right. But then it, started to, continue to go. And I was like, okay, well, what the heck is all of this stuff? And they said, it's just all you are being upgraded into the new consciousness of awareness and allowing your system to completely release not only from the DNA and the structure of who and what you are, but from the actual cells. Because and then they were showing like the DNA strands, and they showed a new strand coming in. And I don't, to know me is to know, I don't really get the physical form. Like I have usually I'm like, okay, the spiritual body, da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden I get sick. I'm like, oh shit, got to pay attention to the physical form. It's got to be a piece and a part of it. So it's a piece. So when they were showing me this, I'm like, well, what's that? And they're like, that's the new strand of the DNA. And apparently we're going to be getting in the next 3 weeks, we're going to be getting 2 new strands of DNA added into our system, because the whole system is being overworked. And when we chose to come into this world, they're saying we took a lot of aspects of what used to be the physical form and removed them. Because when we came here, they said everybody that came to Earth came in the form that they were least likely to accept, because that was going to help us accept and honor love for, because if we can love ourselves, all the rest is going to be okay. So as that, like, Tracy had been working on me, Patty had been doing, some stuff. And it was always like, I always felt all of these things like clearing and doing. And it's always weird to me because when I go through that, it's like I am in a lot of different dimensions. Like I know, like there's the conversations I'm having in different dimensions to the point where I'm like, shut up. Like it's because the noise is just too much. Like I couldn't take noise. I couldn't take smells. Like the eyes were so sensitive. I mean, it was just, crazy. And then they were doing some energetic, I didn't even know, I say energetic backflips because I felt like I was continually being thrown back. It's like so crazy. But every time I would like literally jerk back. As I would come forward, I could feel this. Well, I don't know if I really felt it, honestly. I could see this energy come around and go right into the heart, and then my whole body would go into this a vibrational fuzz, is what I call it. So it was really crazy cool. Then right towards the very end of it, and I hope this is what you were talking about, Patty, because there's always so many things that go on, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, yeah, it's over, it's done. When I then had Bill, we were talking about when I had the thing with Bill. Okay, so then I had saw this guy Bill Kell on Darius's show, You Wealth Revolution, and I bought his package. He does sound healing. Now I know sound healing is a major thing right now because they have said we have the sound within us to awaken and to heal our bodies. Well, right now we're being drawn to all of this sound healing because it's coming in to help us wake up the vibrations, the frequencies. So thank God for me. I had a session with a one-on-one with Bill, and it's just a phone session, but holy cow, like it was crazy. The stuff he taps into, the bowls are amazing. He's amazing. His energy is wild. And, we get on this phone call and I could immediately feel the energy. He starts to play the bowl. I swear to God, I felt like he had the bowl over my head, like my head was encompassed in the bowl. And it felt like he was actually going around it and it was vibrant. And I could see these rings going right down my body. And I'm getting chills thinking about it still. And as that was happening, I could feel my body like it was almost like the picture rings going around, like tons of rings, and not like this ring was just this ring was moving down, then the next one was the next. So my whole body at one point was nothing but these rings around it. The body inside, the physical form inside, felt like it was having this big fight. Like, oh my God, I don't want to be a piece and a part of that. I don't want to be there. And then all of a sudden, this piece, almost like if you were like laying something like this, right? All of a sudden, this piece sort of stepped up and was the fear, what I'm now referring to as the fear child. And she stepped up and I was like, whoa, what the heck's this? And she's like, I'm all of all the fear that you have been through your life. Like I took that on as a consciousness. And they said, now they're saying like, I had taken that on as a consciousness to assist in clearing that for not only a piece and a part of Mother and Father Earth, but for the animals and everything else on it. That was part of my journey here in life. And she stepped up and was like, looked back and was like, I'm out. And she just like literally like I say walked right, but I swear to God, she was like flying out of me, like, okay, we're gone. The peace, the calm, the joy, like I just started to like it was a fuzz, it was a tingling, it was in everything that just resonated with this beautiful joy and this love. And now out of nowhere, I get these giddy euphoria moments. I'm like, what is happening? But I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it. But with the euphoria, what they're saying is, so when you start to have this, because you're saying a lot of people don't have to go through what, we went through in this, because I kept
Yes.
saying, we don't have to take this through the physical form. We're gonna have to do this. And I remember hearing, no, you do for this piece, that you chose this. And this is what you're gonna have to do. All the rest is gonna be easier. But what they're saying about the euphoria is we have to start to get used to being just happiness and joy out of nowhere for no
Yeah.
reason,
Yeah.
because that's going to assist us as we're moving forward. Because we right now, I'm going to tie in the joy to, oh, it's a happy wedding or it's a happy moment or this. But in the background, we've been thinking, well, when's the next shoe going to fall? We're not okay with being happy and joyous all the time and everything going on. So you're going through any of this stuff, you were coming out of this like, oh my God, so fabulous and
Yeah.
such a great vibration in such a wonderful, beautiful way. So
Yeah.
I feel like I
Yeah.
dragged it on, but sorry
No.
about
Oh
that.
no, Renee, there were several that had it like so the few comments that I had seen regarding this subject was why I wanted you to share this and mainly that hey, let's thank Renee for taking one for the team.
No problem.
But there were a few that had experienced the nausea really deep, and then they also had that feeling electricity just in their whole upper body. They just said, "Oh, it felt like." And as I'm saying it, my body's like lighting up. It's like, and then they said the same thing you did. They said it got so loud that they finally had just said, "Okay, stop." And then they went back to sleep and woke up like it like woke them up at night.
Yes.
So you were purging, or maybe that was while Renee was having her Tibetan bowl ceremony. And and by the way, while we're on this subject, cool news, perfect segue. So on Monday, we have a medical intuitive and energy healer. Her name's Deb Getz. That's going to be on Monday, June 10th. And Bill, Kale, the sound healer that Renee just spoke about, is going to be our guest also on the podcast. And that's he's going to be on live on Friday, June the 14th. So we're bringing you guys all our all our best and favorite tools to share here. Rebecca, I see you said I want that. Listen, some of you are already feeling this, and I see it. And how I've experienced it too, like, and I'm talking about in this very short period of time because this energy is coming in so fast and we're shifting so quickly, is that I get these moments where I'm like, woohoo. And then maybe like something else comes in that is clearing. So you feeling, and remember how the energy comes, it purges. So when this great, beautiful new light comes in, it goes underneath what needs to come up and it pushes it up. Now, the thing is, it may feel really deep and heavy at the moment, but it's clearing faster than ever. So it's like for me, it was going by like a fast movie, like all these weird bad memories were going beep, 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 beep. And then I was like, bye, see ya. Thanks for coming. Good job. Good job in the moment. You served me good. It's transmuting. And then we're not used to happiness being a state of being. It's not happy when and not happy because. And I'm so grateful because man, I embrace this one. Like, and I know for a long time people like, what is she so happy about? And I was playing small. I was playing small. And then I was like, well, forget it. Authenticity is golden. I'm a happy person. I got the happy bubble. I got the love bubble. And I'm ringing that bell loud and clear because, I'm not waiting for something to happen to make me. I want to embody it now. Now, here's a beautiful guidance that I got yesterday. We've already exceeded what we set out to do when we came forth during this time to expand consciousness. We've already exceeded because there was no way of knowing, right? Like Renee said, it's our individual choice and how we choose to go within and expand. And then we created this momentum. All of you in this amazing, gorgeous community that we're lighting up the globe, we are creating a bigger momentum of love, a bigger momentum, which means that we're all going to start experiencing this. And this is, and by the way, you're not waiting for this. June is revealing this to us. It's revealing it to us and start looking for that and then going to, I remember when I first started experiencing these higher levels of joy, I was like, you start to go, what's going to happen, right? We all have that the other shoe. The shoes are gone. We're going in naked. We're not bringing the shoes. We're not bringing the backpack. We're not bringing the rocks. And I know Renee, I'm going to check out some comments, and I know you got some you can add in there.
Yeah, it's funny because I can't see the comments, like they're not really coming through. The last
Yeah.
ones I see is like when they were saying like,
Oh, I
beautiful
can see
dreamer,
some.
hello from Palm Harbor and all that. I'm
Yeah.
just seeing those and that's it. They just stopped
Cool.
on my end.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I've got some. Jennifer said crazy. I was just being trained in biofield tuning just last weekend. Love
Love
it.
that.
See, we're
Yes.
the healers, and we've got quite a few Reiki masters in our community. And yeah, the healers are coming forward. And here's the thing. Remember, you're going to have access to higher levels
Yes.
too. So don't be afraid to pivot if you're drawn to go, okay, wait, is there another layer? Man, right, Renee?
Yeah.
go to that next level. Okay, Kim, major energy buzz last night. Today, I feel like my mind is being bombarded with a million thoughts of the past. This
Yes.
is exactly what I felt a couple of days ago, Kim.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and just going, what? Like, I think I was doing my makeup or something. And I'm like, why is this coming in now? I'm having my chill moment. I got my opera on, and you're showing me this movie. And then I realized, oh no, it's literally, it's like waving you. It's not taunting you, it's waving you. And I'm also um, keep getting this reminder. Our brain and mind body is getting upgraded because our brain was not meant to take on this awful job of problem solving. The, we're meant to feel, right? What's my logo? Feel, go messy, and then know. So we feel it. So, and the brain consciousness is so relieved that it's getting upgraded too, because that feeling of exhaustion, right? We were swimming upstream. So just, you can aid in the integration when you go, oh, okay, the fog that you feel is really the blank slate we're being presented. And we're not used to being in a blank slate, right? That's
Right.
a big reason why we started this podcast in this community, because we're all going to be like naked in this blank space together. But at least we're going to know, we already know energetically we're there together. So we know the blank space is not a bad thing. It's really this beautiful access to new levels of creation. So it's cool. I see
And if
another
you
one.
start
Yeah.
to get those, because I still get every now and then, and it just feels like somebody just stabbed in my brain. Like it's weird. It's like, oh wow. And then all of a sudden it's gone. Like if you're doing that, that's part of that whole upgrade. And what I see is like this is the brain, and the things are here, and all those what I call lightning bolts come down, and they're doing it's actually shifting over, and it's over, like it's like doing this whole thing. And I think when we hit an area that, well, what they're saying, I'll get rid of my thinking, I'll let them say it. When when it's doing that, and when it hits an area that has released one of our the old memory banks, and they're picturing them like in this big global thing. When we release that and it needs the new energy, that's where we'll get those, oh ow, that hurts, like, oh well, yeah, what was that? And like almost like that stabbing in the brain. But again, it's so quick, it's so fleeting, that by the time I'm saying ow, it's already gone. But it's that point the same, which is a really great thing. So now you'll know, like every time you're feeling that, like, whoa, whoa, I had let something go, and now the new energy is taken over, and it's being grouped into the whole consciousness of oneness and the energetic field of love that moves through your whole system. Because we don't even recognize it. They're saying what's happening is when that happens, the whole energy runs down us. And they're saying that's on such a deep level that many of us will not feel it until it moves forward within the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're saying we'll start to feel more. And that's why they keep saying, go back into the feeling, go back into the feeling. Feel, what are you feeling? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And let me just go back into like the biofield tuning. When you're doing that and you learn that, like when you start to do it for people, pay attention to what you're drawn to. Because when I first learned that, and I was, doing it on somebody, I kept being drawn to, okay, no, do it this way. And I was like, that's not how I learned, which is weird for me because I'm always like, okay, because I had just learned it like a few years ago. And you're like, okay, I'll do that. And I was like, oh no, I don't know, because I just want to make sure, let me do this first and see it. And they're like, no, do this way. And it brought a whole different energetic field, because then I turned on my etheric eyes and I could see the different way I was doing. So anybody learning anything, remember, we are, because you're never really learning anything, you're just remembering it
Yeah.
because you've done it before. Allow yourself to bring forward that wisdom and that knowledge, and to remember that you do know, and everything that we're learning, you're bringing it to the next level. You're just remembering that piece, and now you're going to be pulling in from all other lifetimes, every single aspect, and call on all the healers. Call like, okay, guys, like I always call on the masters of healing, masters of all healing, not just the one thing. Okay, masters of all healing, come on in, help me through, because you will start to infuse, like I'm going to use the biofield tuning, for example. You're doing that. You're bringing in all of the healers of, I always say pure love and pure light, bringing them in. They're going to start to bring in, if this person needs whatever, quantum or whatever, like all the different things out there, that's going to start to come through the forks, through your energy, through your field. And they're going to be like, holy shit, this was like nothing I've ever done before. Yeah, because you're tapping into all of it. That's who and what we are. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, amazing. And we've got another one here. We've got a lot of sound healers and people interested, excuse me,
Right.
in sound healing. Steve said, I've been drawn to sound healing since 2020, and it's been a crazy, beautiful experience. Thank you for sharing. And here's the beauty in sound healing, like for me personally, when I use it, is I love it. Your mind's not involved. We give
Yes.
the noodle a break. The noodle can't give in and give commentary, right? Because you're just receiving. And gosh, we all need to practice being a better, better, better receiver. And so it's such a it's soothing and it helps. And like, I go to I go to my
Mm.
gong yoga, and it's again because of that vibration just radiates through your body, and it's so beautiful, and it's a great way. Talk about getting in line. Basically, you become the sound on an energetic level. You're becoming that sound, and that sound is it's a perfect frequency for you in that moment. Diane, don't worry, you didn't miss it. We're going to post this after. Thanks for being here. Oh, and Ingvid, oh, I would love to know how to say your name, but you're in from Norway. Welcome. So cool. Um, so yeah, sound healing, great. And this is right, this is 5D healing. We're using all of our own energy, right? And putting it forward for wellness and stability and expansion. So yeah, this is a good piece. And Renee, thank you for sharing about the because there's been some that are having some pretty interesting experiences, vivid dreams,
Yes.
ve-
Yeah.
very common. Oh, Renee, let's talk about all the. So when we really encouraging you guys to practice communicating with your spirit guides. And I know in the beginning you go, because the noodle gets in the way and goes, this is bullshit. Get the noodle out of the way and write. Right. Help me see the situation in a different way. If there's something you feel like you have a decision to make, just say, I can't see this through in a loving way, whatever it may be, or I don't have a solution for, please help me see this or reorganize this situation for me. And then you just and allow it to unfold, allow it to unfold, right? Because that they're here. And for Renee, both of us have been experienced the support is now an orchestra, right? Many, many supportive beings, angels. There was somebody that, oh, I remembered one note that somebody did send me an email that they felt a dark energy. They felt the presence of a dark energy. All I can tell you is nothing, nothing, nothing. We're only light. We're only light, and the dark is an illusion. And so if it's in your energy field, you bring in your light and you hold your power there. And then just say, bring love and light now. Here's who's great at slaying that any of those kind of energies. Call in Archangel Michael.
Mm.
Call in Archangel Michael. He deals with that consciousness directly. How cool is that? Let and like comes he's got the sword and the whole 9 yards. And for me, Michael comes in as a blue, strong blue essence, like just power. And I always know I was crossing the street a couple of days ago and a green light, I'm walking in, and a guy must not have been looking. I hear him screech on his brakes, and I look down his bumpers right next to my leg, but not touching. And I was like, oh, Michael, I love it when you walk with me. But they are literally truly truly there to guide you, that they're not far away, they're right here. And so in that moment, if you feel that, if you feel think you feel that, just say, oh, Michael, can you please come in and handle this, and then I'm just gonna stay in my power. So I hope that that helps, and I am going to answer you though directly because I know you had a couple of other questions, and I'll do that. Cool. Rebecca says this explains a lot of what's happening to me. Yeah.
I want to tell you how I use Archangel Michael for all of you. Let's go back into like the human part, right? So if you need to lift something that's heavy and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. For years, I'm like, okay, Archangel Michael, come on, let's go. And I am telling you, that shit is easy as pie. You lift it up. And I mean, I've had to the point where I've had people like strangers Like the one time I was lifting, I was like I think I was 8.5 months pregnant, and I was like this big cart thing because the guy was taking too long to get out there to help me. So I'm like, come on, guys, let's go. I lifted it up, put it on the cart, brought his cart, and there was a guy in this car next to me. He's like, okay, I have to ask you, how did you lift that? And I'm like, oh, Archangel Michael helped me. Yeah, seriously. And he was like, okay, lady. But I'm telling you, and my husband will even say, like, she has got some freaky strength. And I'm like, it's not me, it's Archangel Michael. So use that, use him.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
will be, they will help us with everything. I mean, I'm sure there's other healers do that, but Michael, I'm just thinking, he's always so strong. Like, let's
Hey,
go, guy, let's do it.
Absolutely. He tends to like to, I feel like, to step in when you feel not strong enough, right? And that was a great, I have not heard that one, so I'm going to play with
Oh,
that
try
one.
it.
It's cool. And then for me too, like, so if you don't have the words, how do I want to put this? Archangel Gabriel. Boop. I mean, sometimes we'll go to record now 5 minutes before. I'm like, well, and we don't plan ahead really. Rarely we'll get a subject and then we just kind of push go and we jump in. We follow the energy. And but sometimes I'll get an essence of something that we're guided to discuss. But many times we look at each other, we're like, but chirp, 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 and then here it comes. And it flows in. So get practice, and you don't need to know which guide it is either. You feel an
No.
essence. It's not important for you to know their name, who they are, but we're giving these to you as like a cheat sheet because you can start to play with that, play with the strength thing, for example. And but just write a note to your guides and say, like you have a correspondence going with them in your journal. Hey, help me see this situation differently. Can I tell you, 9 times out of 10, I don't end up having to do anything. The situation resolves itself. So moving forward, we feel first, and where in 3D, the energy used to go, oh, right into the brain. Uh-oh, situation, problem, blah, blah, blah. Now the brain goes to work. Get on the you're the gerbil on the wheel. You're spinning, 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 you're swimming upstream. Now we come to the heart. The heart will inform the brain. The heart will inform the brain. We have redirected this energy now. Why? Because the heart is the truth, authenticity, and attention.
Yep.
And so this is where all this ties together in that when we release all of those things that were mandating the attention to go to the brain, now we're going, okay, the heart is the truth. It always feels good. It will always feel good. And for some of us, we have to get used to feeling good again,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
right?
Can I just say, just because they keep saying, and they just like now
Yeah.
brought us, okay, Steve, who said he got into the sound healing. They're
Yeah.
saying when you do the sound healing next, and this is for everybody, they're saying everybody can do this, and they're just sort of highlighting Steve. Have that whole intention be, Steve, that you are now moving into the dimensional shift of time, because they see you like you're here to assist in, and I know the time lines are all breaking down, but they're saying you're here to assist in not only breaking down the timelines, but in opening up the new fields to come in. So when you have that intention, remember, no right words, no wrong words. Just be like, you can just say, I don't remember what Renae said or what they said. Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and then do that sound healing, whatever you're doing, and you may feel yourself go up. I see you going up, sort of going, like this, and then this. I didn't even know what, something opening, and then it looks like looks almost like the solar system. Okay, but it's not. It's not our solar system. Okay, it's another thing. And open up, and then you're bringing that energy in, and that energy is going to wave down in through all of us. They're saying, which is going to assist us all in a more gentler, easier, energetic field and shift of dimensional hybrids, because they're saying there's a new hybrid coming up for our bodies. So
Wow.
that makes sense to you, Steve,
Mm.
and anybody and everyone else.
Wow. See, so cool. And this is so great. Like, do you see how this community, like we were all drawn, you were here, the energy drew you here, attracted you here for a reason, right? And as we get into these higher levels of consciousness, we're like a quilt. we're like, we have no idea what the whole quilt looks like, nor will we, but you see how it's all piecing together and based on what what things you're drawn to, whatever you're drawn to, your soul drop that into your awareness. And so it's tied to your soul purpose. And so, wow, cool. So Steve, you got a what a fun thing.
Oh,
You're
cool.
opening
Get,
up new fields.
yes,
So
get
cool.
her done,
Jennifer
Steve.
says,
Come
thank you,
on, we're
Steve.
waiting.
All right, Steve, we're ready. We're we're impatient. We're ready.
Bring it on.
Steve's going, I still need to go push rewind and Renae just painted this amazing picture for you. But let's see. Oh, welcome from Galveston, Texas. Yay. So, if there's anything else you guys want us to address, go ahead and drop it in the chat now. And thank you for all of you who joined the live here. And then for those of you who are watching it on the replay, because I know some of you are sleeping and it's Friday for you already. So, anybody catching it on the replay? By the way, if you do drop comments or questions in the replay, this isn't the last you're going to see of us. We'll come back, we'll answer it, or I'll answer it on the next update. So please, keep the comments coming. We do get to them all. And I do want to do a quick reminder. So Monday, June 10th, we have Deb Getz, who's a medical intuitive and energy healer. And then Friday, June 14th, we have Bill Kale, who is the wonderful sound healer that Renae just reached out to help her, integrate where she was apparently taking one for the team again. Yay, Renae. And tomorrow we're talking about, and this applies to many of you. I saw it's so cool how I don't even use the word synchronicity or coincidence anymore. It's divinely orchestrated. That tomorrow we're going to be talking about elementals. So there were quite a few of you recently who shared about your experience in nature and feeling wisdom from just like Renae got. And I'm sure the last thing Renae wanted to get wisdom from was a spider. But her guides thought, let's give her more spiders. So getting wisdom from nature, and that's going to be our topic tomorrow. So we'll be discussing that tomorrow. And let's see. Oh, I think we got another. Hang on, let me see. Oh, somebody came in. Oh, Melinda, welcome. Melinda, you are a doll in our community. Oh, see, Steve says thank you. No, thank you, Steve.
You, Steve, yeah.
You're taking one for the team here. We love it. Um, Melinda, you've been such a beautiful member of our community and really helping, being vulnerable and sharing her experience, and then giving support to new people coming in. So I'm sending you, big love.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
wow,
All of
like.
you, yeah. They're also so awesome. I love this community.
It's amazing and it's fun for us because for a long time, like we were talking to each other.
Yeah.
And now we have playmates. I ask for playmates every day and they're coming in every day. So thank you, Andrew, for your beautiful message. We hold you in the highest love and light. We hold all of you in love and light. And this was fun, Renae. Thank you for playing.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And thank you all for showing up and being here and your comments and everything. We so appreciate it. And like they said, we need these. Like that helps us to know what you guys are tapped into, what you need to hear. So continue to comment and what do you want us to talk about? Like
Yeah.
on here or just regular podcasting days.
Absolutely. And I'll do a quick recap of the Schumann for any of you that maybe came in late. So the Schumann today we are focusing on, I know what I'll do. I'll just, since I got so good at this because I rehearsed it. It's the only thing I've ever rehearsed. Boom. There we go. A quick thing. So again, this is what we were talking about, that big light that came in the heart chakra, heart opening, and then led into last night into this morning and still ongoing is the sacral. And that's, you're going to have to hear the replay because we went deep on the relationship issue. And because we're being now asked to be authentic in all of our relationships. And the biggest one, because don't forget your relationship with you. How are you seeing yourself? How are you seeing yourself? And what a great time to interact with your guides. So, Renae, any closing goodies come in?
No, they're just saying, watch the digestive system, people, because they're saying that's in a huge energetic clearing and re-vibration. So really pay attention, eat intuitively. I know we've said this on the podcast,
Yeah.
eat intuitively. You're going to find over the next 2 to 3 weeks, even stronger. You're not going to be able to eat the stuff that you used to eat. You're not going to
Yeah.
be able to eat as much. You're going to, find that, when you're eating some things, you're full. When you're outside, you're going to recognize you're not only feeling more energy, but you're feeling full. Don't eat because, oh, it's breakfast. Oh, it's lunch. Oh, it's dinner. No, eat intuitively, because if you're not, you're really going to feel heavy, bloated, also because we're starting to get the nutrients from the earth, because they're saying eventually we're going to go into the whole thing of, self-sustaining and doing all that aspect. They're saying we're preparing, for that. So just, be aware of that. Pay attention. If you're feeling bloated and crappy,
Yeah.
don't eat, because you're going to end up getting sick and throwing stuff up. So you might as well save yourself some sickness. And
No,
just
and that's
go.
so
Yeah.
timely because there's already people in the community who are saying this to me, like they're having weird loss of appetite. And it's true, we got to get out of that habit of, oh, it's 12 o'clock, so we eat lunch. Literally go back to feeling, what do I feel? And I like literally open the fridge and touch the food. I touch it and go, oh no, like the other day I had that leek. I was like, leeks? Okay. Gonna go
Yeah.
get some leeks. Like I haven't bought a leek in a year. But I knew it was like, oh, that's what my body needs now. And it's true. And I had to stop myself. I'm a foodie. So when you tell a foodie you're gonna eat less, but know what's wild? The there's a support there that helps you just go, oh no, you know what? I'm really not hungry. I'm really not hungry. And it's okay. Because in the past you go, uh-oh, loss of appetite. What does that mean? No, it means, yay, I'm getting an upgrade. And yes, so the sacral chakra is located where our digestive tract is. So see how this all comes
Mhm.
in together. So really, feel it before you grab it and consume it. And like for me recently, I've been craving definitely
Mm.
lighter lighter foods. Don't deprive yourself and don't feel weird or guilty about it. That's also, everything you're putting in, this is love. Everything you're putting in your mouth, this is love. You're consuming love. And that's how your body will take it in. And don't get upset if, we're purging a lot of stuff and just know that the allow it to flow through because it does. It's so fast. These June
Mhm.
energies, right?
Yeah.
So cool. So I just want to make sure we didn't. Oh, there we go. Someone said I want to stop craving sugar. Oh, Melinda. Yeah. Well, ask your body what what'll feel good. What'll feel good because sugar in particular a lot of times is tied to feeling better emotionally. So you can just go inside and say, okay, what is this? Is this something that I need nurturing? Who needs some love in there? Look in the mirror and say, who needs love right now? And then feel what you know the key is though not to do it with no unconscious eating, no unconscious eating. But if you're looking at it and saying, this is love and I'm receiving it with love, that's how it'll be processed, right? So it's your Renee's got more insight on this. Go.
Yeah, because they're saying the sugar that is going to end for you. It is going to slow down. And for a lot of people right now, they're saying are craving the sugars more so than they used to. They're saying that's going to end because your system needs that additional stuff. And some of you that are craving more food in general too, although that should really, you should have noticed that cutting back the last week or the last 2 weeks. You notice that cutting back. You're saying we needed that energy. We need that something in there for the energetic shifts, just like water. Make sure you're bumping up on your water.
Yes.
Our hydration levels are going to be key to moving into this new energy. And that was one of the things when I was sick, they said you were dehydrated. Now it's all I drink is water. Okay. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like I hadn't been drinking water for a few days. So it was a lot worse for me because I wasn't. So drink that. But they're saying the sugar levels for you will end. You should start to notice them cutting back within the next 3 to 4 days. And then they're saying if you look back in a month, you'll be like, holy crap, like I can't believe I'm doing this. But they're saying make sure that you're not putting the energy to, oh my God, I gotta stop this. I gotta stop, because now you're feeding your brain saying, yes, I'm doing more of this. They're saying when you sit down, just say, okay, guys, that's whoever. Okay, guys, come on in and help me clear this, because there is exactly what you said, Patty. There's an emotional thing of love. some of your body's not feeling that you're paying attention to them. You've been hard on them, you've judged them, and they're like, well, they're not listening to me, so why would I do this? And they're regurgitating that sugar because that feels like love to them. Like, oh, I'm getting this love for this because why? You're paying attention to it. You're saying, oh my God, I can't believe I can't believe I need to. Good
Yeah.
attention, bad attention. The system is like, oh, just paying attention. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. So the for this is so cool. Oh, Kim said craving meat protein. Yeah, it's interesting, Kim. I had a craving for protein and it was so, but know what I found? I couldn't consume the normal amount that I did. It was so wild. I was like, "Oh, that's all I needed." And it was like half the amount, which shocked me, but I absolutely knew. I was like, "Oh, I was done." So yeah, remember we're integrating all of this new light and jumping forward so it makes sense. So our bodies now, and thank your body. No matter if it feels good, bad, or whatever we perceive as bad, remember it's an upgrade. Just keep cheering your body on and saying you're kicking ass, you're doing a great job and really and practice this feeling and going, okay, oh, I'm actually done now. So like portions and stuff. And yeah, I had a couple of days where all of a sudden I went from low to oh, I was like, and then I'd sit down and go, am I really needing? And then I always ask, is this water? And I'll say, always, it's always yes, more water. And then, but then I'll be like, okay, wow, I'm still feeling like I needed more. And then I would say, what do I need? And then went back to my fruit. The orange is like crazy still. I've been binging oranges like wild. And I know, okay, there's something in there that's helping my body process the energy. So it's all, see how every little thing we touch, think, and do is all related.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, especially with the, craving the meat proteins. That's such an important, because they're saying if you had been depriving your system of things like, and they're using like, vegetarian, they're saying, and not depriving in a bad way, but they're saying if you weren't giving, well, now in this new field, in becoming whole, you need that meat protein just for a short period of time, they're saying usually, you need that to assist your system in going, because as we're moving the vibration, there's something in the vibrational frequency and in the vibration itself that needs that to vibrate to our system to make it whole. And they're saying otherwise you'll have this, and it's interesting, it's sort of like a heart shape, there's right.
Aw,
You'll have this like empty little hole that your system won't be able to pivot. Oh, I love that. Did you see that, Patty? All your hearts went up.
I
That
didn't.
you won't be able to pivot. So don't judge yourself for, oh my God, I'm eating this and I don't normally. Just eat it with love and gratitude, knowing that that will end. You need it for this progression that we're moving into with the new vibration, the new frequencies, the new world. I'll say.
Wow. That was a big one, Renee. Thank you. Because I know a lot of us, right? We freak out over the food thing. We do. It's normal. But now we know it's all in good and just go with exactly what you're feeling in the moment. Wade, thank you. He's nominated us as ambassador. We're every single person here in this community is an ambassador of Light, Wade. You are amazing. Thank you. And yes, we are. We all share a common goal of witnessing an enlightened, fully enlightened world. And man, are we on our way? This is like good stuff. Kathy, glad you brought this up. Sleeping long and hard and can't remember any dreams. Let me tell you, kiss your guides. Like I'm kissing for you. This
Yeah.
is for Kathy's guides because know what they're doing, Kathy? Ease and grace. They're doing all the heavy lifting while you're sleeping. And so when you have that deep sleep where you're like, whoa, where did I go? They were just working on you, pushing you forward, healing, healing, healing. And so, yeah, it can be fatigue because basically when you were sleeping, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, and
You
even
were,
if you were fatigued during the day, because I remembered
yeah.
like there was a good week, 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks actually, that I am telling you, I was exhausted. I'd wake up like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted. And they just said, sleep, sleep. We need to overhaul your system. So know that you're being overhauled in a very good way. That will end, but sort of just have the gratitude. And if you can sleep. And what I was doing during the day when I'm like, okay, look at, hey, I got clients, I got stuff, I got to be, alive. And I would just be like, okay, I now receive energy. I now receive energy. Thank you. And I would say it a billion times. And because the minute you think it, it happens.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'd be like, whoo, I'd be on. I'm like, yes, good to go.
Right.
Not that I wasn't in bed at 8 o'clock. That's all I'm like, what the hell?
But it's
Like,
great when it kicks in, right? You're
yeah.
like, woo, let's go.
Yeah.
So, and someone did mention here, and I do, I'm glad you brought this up. And anything we consume, anything and everything is love. And remember, animals, plants, everything in this, in our universe has consciousness, right? And so, including, and it has a soul. But remember that that soul also knew its purpose and what experience it was having. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. But yes, just bless your food, bless your water, bless your friends, bless your desk, bless everything has consciousness and it's created from love. So yeah, we want to consume it and absolutely love it and give love to whatever the source is. Bless it, bless your water. I mean, the water is our like secret mojo. So yes, thank you for bringing it in, and it's just really loving all, like love, love, love the source of all, and even the farmers that if it's for, picked it, and the people that drove your stuff to the grocery store, and right, like the gratitude raises our vibration just astronomically, right?
Mhm.
So, wow,
Absolutely.
I'm glad we got the food uh conversation in. Let's see. Thank you for validating changes. Lorna says, thank you for validating changes in my appetite, purging of beliefs and emotions. Great for all that you're sharing. Oh, we're grateful to you for being here. So, wow. All right, that flew by. We did an hour here, and again, the recording will be up. And for those of you who I know it's your Friday already on the other side of the date line, and if you're sleeping while this is going, we welcome your comments and questions too, and we will get them answered. Renee, I love you, my soul sister,
Love you too. Love you
a-
all.
and we love all of you. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.